Today is the 5th of January. Quadratic equations, we're doing difference of squares today. You have something like a squared minus b squared. It's when you factor it, it factors in the a plus b and then the a minus b. So the square root of a plus the square root of b times the square root of a minus the square root of b. So all you're doing is square rooting a and b and changing the signs. A plus b, a minus b. So let's do x squared minus 25. What is the square root of x squared? X, right? What goes into x squared? X and x, right? So you've got x plus here and x minus here. What's the square root of 25? 5. So you have x plus 5 and x minus 5. Easy enough, right? We have 16a squared minus 9a squared. So this is going to be the square root of the first plus the square root of the second, square root of first minus square root of the second. What's the square root of 16h squared? What's the square root of 16? 4. What's the square root of h squared? H. Square root of 9? 3. Square root of a squared? A. You guys see a pattern here? So this is going to be 4h minus 3a. If you wanted to, you could check your work. You FOIL this, you'll see this sign, the opposites here, they're going to cancel each other out. When you do 4 times, you're going to get 12ah, and here you're going to get the negative, and here you're going to get positive 12ah. They're going to cancel each other out. That's why you only have 2 terms here. All right, any questions? Let's do 121 minus 4b. What's the square root of 121? 11 plus what's the square root of 4? 2b. And then here, this is 11 minus 2b. And there's your answer. Any questions? 27g cubed minus 3g. If you notice something, they both have a 3g involved, so I can factor out 3g. I'm left with 9g squared minus 1. Okay, now I can break 9g squared minus 1 into 3g plus 1 times 3g minus 1. And you have 3g on the outside. So there's my answer. 9x cubed minus 4x. Now this is not difference of square yet because it's a cubed root. So what I got to do is I got to factor out an x. There's nothing else that factors out. I'm left with 9x squared minus 4. That's the difference of a square because each one of these is squared. So my answer is this. Now, does it matter if I had minus 2 here and plus 2 here? No, it doesn't. b to the fourth minus 16. This is a difference of a square. b to the fourth minus 16. So I'm going to, square root b4. When we get b squared, I've got plus 4, and I've got b squared minus 4. But I'm not done. Because I can look and I see this is a difference of a square as well. So I can factor out that into b minus 2 and b plus 2. So there's my answer. b squared plus 4. And then b minus 2, b plus 2. In problems like this, what you're doing is you're breaking difference of a square up more than once.
Wait, so why do you have to...
625 minus x to the fourth. This is difference of a square. 625 is 25 squared. So I can break it into 25 plus x squared and 25 minus x squared. Which if I look, this is the difference of a square as well. So I got to break it up again into 5 plus x and the 5 minus x. So there's my answer. 25 plus x squared times 5 plus x times 5 minus x. Any questions? Write this one down. Alright, so I've got 5x to the 5th power minus 45x. I notice I can factor out 5x. Hey, I've got to get this to at least a 4 so it can be difference of squares. So I've got x to the 4th minus 9. Then I know this is a difference of a square, so I can break it up into x squared plus 3 and x squared minus 3. And I've got 5x here in front. Is there anything else I can do?
No.
Is this the difference of a square? 3 is a square?
No.
No. So there's nothing else I can do. There's my answer. 7x, hush. 7x cubed plus 21x squared minus 7x minus 21. Do you notice anything I can factor out?
X.
7.
I would factor out 7, not an x. You can't do x because this doesn't have an x. We're left with x cubed plus 21, or plus 3, right? 3x squared minus x minus 3. Then I look and I can group these. I can group that and I can group that and factor out something. What can I factor out of x cubed and 3x squared? This is just like we've been doing before we left. What can I take out of x cubed and 3x squared? What's a common factor there? X squared, right? I'm left with x plus 3. What can I take out of negative x and negative 3? Negative 1. Well, I'm left with x plus 3. See how we're trying to get this to be the same thing as this? Remember doing that? Yeah. So then I combine what's in front and I combine what's in back. Am I done?
No.
No, because look, I have a difference of a square right here. So I'm going to write 7. I'm going to write x plus 3 in front. I'm going to break up x squared minus 1. What's the square root of x squared? X. What's the square root of 1? 1. So I do x plus 1. I do x minus 1. And there's my answer. 2m cubed plus m squared plus 50m minus 25. Is there anything that factors out? No. M doesn't factor out. 2, 5, none of that factors out. So what I do is I group these. What can I take out of 2m cubed and m squared? What's the greatest common factor? M squared. I'm left with 2m plus 1, right? What can I take out of negative 50m and negative 25? Negative 25. What am I left with? 2m plus 1, right? So I combine the m squared minus 25 and the 2m plus 1. Am I done? No. I have the difference of a square right here, don't I? So I can break that into m plus 5 and m minus 5. And then I've got 2m plus 1. There's my answer. Here's your homework.